What is going on, my doggies? Welcome back to another video and welcome to a solo camping adventure. For the next couple of days, it is supposed to be absolutely pissing down with rain here in Europe. And we're gonna be out here camping in it. Oh, fish on, fish on, fish on. We've got the noodle rod, we've got a fly rod. We're gonna be scavenging food out of this wild forest. Sit back, relax, let's go camping in the rain. This is the place where we're going to be camping for the next couple of days. And I'm telling you right now, the froth levels are extremely high because I've already seen a fish down there sitting on the bank, tail out of the water, just swimming in about that deep water, like full tail out, just cruising on the bank. Looked like a half decent sized fish, and that's got me very, very, very bloody excited. Some other mad dogs already had a fire down here, so we're going to take advantage of that fire pit. The forecast is heavy, heavy, heavy rain. So we're going to get this busted ass tent out of here. Look at this bad boy, man. Quick tour from the outside. I've just put rocks on all those guide ropes because those pissant little pegs that we've got in the ground, they ain't good for nothing. But that's how the tent's looking from the outside. She's pretty naughty. And then this is your door, man. So this is actually where you enter the tent. Look at this. That's your door. Come on into the palace. You've got this epic little floor mat. This is another door here, so we can open doors depending on angles of rain, which is pretty dope. And then that's where we're sleeping. We've got a complimentary Mozzie access hole, so the mosquitoes can just come and go as they will, which is gonna be phenomenal. But look at that, mate, we're good. We're gonna bust out the fly rod. I'd love to hook up to one of these fish on fly. Last couple of episodes, we've been using the fly rod a fair bit and I've been frothing it. I love fly fishing now. I'm addicted to fly fishing, dude. I can't wait to take this thing home and try it out in the salt water on some bigger fish that we get back home in Australia. But for now, I'm seriously, like, literally watching fish swim along the edge of the shore right now. So if we can sight cast fish on fly, that's where it's at. Come on. That's the one. That's the one, that's the one. Oh, fish on, fish on. We just had fish follow that right up. Fish right there. See the bow waves of that fish just then? Dude, we just had a fish come up and have a massive sniff. Big sniff. Come on, come back. Come back, you big dog. He comes straight up after that fly, man. Oh, that was sick. Hey, I just got to interrupt this episode ever so quickly. I got some exciting news. This, what I'm wearing right here, is the FDYS Savage Element Fishing Hoodie. Every single time we put them on the online shop, boom, they sell out overnight, and there's a heap of you guys who keep missing out on it, and I do apologize for that. So what I've done is I've organized a pre-order. If you guys want to pre-order one of these fishing hoodies, you're never going to miss out on them ever again. The pre-order is only running for a couple of days, so you want to be quick. But if you guys pre-order one of these fishing hoodies, it's going to come in a brand new colorway. We've got this epic new army camo green color coming out, and it's so dope, man. It's the same incredibly good hoodie that we've had all this amazing feedback on. You've got the hood to keep you out of the sun, the face mask, which is super durable, easy to breathe through, pockets and zips on each side with one big access to a kangaroo pocket in the middle. You've got this cheeky little secret pocket on the side just there, lighter, knife, fire starting material, sunglasses can go in that little pocket there. We've had incredible feedback on these fishing hoodies, and now they're available for pre-order, so you'll never ever miss out again. If you guys want to get your hands on it and the brand new colorway, fielddayshop.com, that's where it's at. The pre-order's only running for a couple of days. All right, my doggies, I bloody love yous. Let's get back to camping. That's it. We cannot spend any more time piffing this fly rod. We've had two fish come right up to the fly and then just back off the last second. I don't know what's going on. We don't have any fish on the deck, but we have had two fish come and have a good sniff. The time has just gone 6 o'clock in the afternoon and we have got a whole lot of stuff to get done. Tonight, we're gonna have a big night. So we're gonna fuel up, I'm gonna start a fire. Rain has just started sprinkling with rain a little bit. It comes and goes now, so it might set in overnight, but we've got to go start a fire up. We've got a big night ahead of us. Gonna make the most of this dry material while we can. I'm gonna grab a heap of firewood, I'm gonna stick it inside my tent, and that'll be our little supply for the next couple of days while we're out here. That's a better option. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. Look at that. That is a good find. That's a great find. That is going to be our chair. Firewood, firewood, boomba. This is a good find. Look at that. Not only is that the perfect chair, it's also the perfect chopping board. You want to see what we've got to cook, man. We're going to be cooking something so good around this fire. I've brought a little bit of Australia to Europe with me. It's going to be good. I'll go get it. Vegemite in Europe. This stuff here is like gold. Look at this. Oh, it's black gold. Sniff that. That's good. Sniff it. It's good, eh? Oh, all right. This is what we're doing. We've got a little bit of this bloody bush pastry. Also, what I've got is a little bit of cheese, a little bit of Vegemite. You know what we're making? We're going to make some kind of Vegemite cheese scrolls over the fire before it gets dark. We are fueling up for a big night's fishing, and that is what we're going to do. We're going to bust out the little blade. We're going to make a couple of naughty little Vegemite scroll sort of things. Don't even know what I'm doing, but it's going to taste good. So here's what I'm thinking. We're just going to lay our Vegemite out. Look at this. You don't travel anywhere around the world without a jar of Vegemite. It would be criminal if you didn't do it. Vegemite applied. Beautiful layer of golden goodness. Next, we're going to grab a couple of slices of this naughty cheese. Lay the cheese on that side, lay the cheese on that side. Now this is the part that I'm not too sure about. I think I'm just gonna, how easy is this stuff to work with? Yeah, we're rolling it, Bruss. We're rolling it. Let's go. Little bit of cheese hanging out on the sides. Don't you worry about that, my doggies. That is a naughty little Vegemite roll. We're gonna cook him up. All right, now we're going full Jamie Oliver spec here. That's a pocket of goodness. There we go, that cheese is no longer hanging out. It's been covered by another layer of pastry. It might not look good now, but that thing there is gonna taste incredible. I'm gonna make a couple of these. My mouth is actually watering right now. These things are going to be dope. You should see what we're cooking right now. It's actually amazing. No way. Here's to bloody living life. Oh, also a massive thank you to everybody who jumped onto the online shop and purchased a little bit of coffee. The feedback has been incredibly good. You guys are loving the coffee. It's available again right now if you want to grab it, fieldayshop.com. Right now we're drinking the heavy hitting dark roast drip filter, and she's going down a treat right now. These things are nearly done. We've got round 2 sitting here. I've done 2 different shapes. We've done like a scroll and we've just done like a square box. Cheese, Vegemite. If you guys don't know what Vegemite is, well, let me tell you. It's just an Australian, it's an iconic Australian little bit of a spread, and it goes good with everything. Eggs, bread. Oh, there's nothing better than white bread, butter, and Vegemite. Just plain like that. It is incredible. You can make food like that little scroll. Check that scroll out right there. Let's dig into one of these scrolls, see how they go. Oh, oh my God. Look at that cheese, bro. There's fishing food. That's bakery quality right there. Oh, big fish bust up down there. We've got to get the fly rod out. All right, I'm gonna neck these and we're going out there. Look at that, bakery quality. You're joking. Come on. It is time to get excited, to get really excited. The noodle rod is coming out to play. Also, this is what we're going to be throwing. That soft plastic right there is what did the damage last time on these big, dirty, stinking Zander. So that's what we're going to use again. Soft plastic, we're just going to bounce it on the bottom for the whole entire night. Outside is basically dark. The sun's just about gone down. Yeah, you basically call that dark. And if you guys can hear this. Yeah, dog. That's rain. The rains are here. Anyway, we're not gonna give up. We're fishing the whole night, bouncing that across the rocky bottom until we can get a big dirty Zander on the deck. That's the plan anyway. We're on this big rocky outcrop over here. So this is where, from what I understand, since I've been in Europe, that this is where these big dirty Zander live. This is a big drop off. It's very rocky. This is where we're gonna be fishing. Here we go. Let the night shift begin. Pa! 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 Sweet! That is 100% a Zander, man. Look at this thing. I swear to God it is, eh? Oh nah, it's a little redfin perch, bro. Check that out, that little baby juvenile redfin perch. That's hectic. See there, buddy. Look at him. They're everywhere in here. Look at this one. Now what is that thing? Is that a yabby? What? What do you mean? It's like a little yabby. I've no idea what that is. Fresh water, never seen one before. In Europe, don't know. But that would be a phenomenal bait. But you're going back, mate. See you later. This place is full of life at night, dude. I'm getting so distracted, man. We need to keep fishing. Poor! Say ya! Time, 1:15 in the morning. 1:15 a.m. And I've had to come into the little tent and take refuge because it started absolutely pissing down with rain. So what's happening is, I'm just gonna sit back for a bit. Hopefully this rain passes and we can get back out there and keep fishing. But I've made myself another delicious little treat. And these are going straight in the pan. One at a time, because they're big slobs like that. We're gonna have a little bit of a midnight snack. Wait for this rain to pass and hopefully we can head back out and keep fishing. But we put in some serious hours tonight. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now and we ain't got no fish on the deck. I really, really badly want to get a Zander. This could be possibly our last ever video from Europe. So I'm going to put in the hard yards. I'm going to see if I can get a Zander on the deck. No way. Oh, bro. What is this? That's ridiculous. That's cheese, man. And I'm eating the whole lot. Oh. You have no idea how good that is. It's late. It's cold. And I'm going to bed. No pillow. No mattress. I'm gonna sleep like a log. Oh, look at the fog over the water, man. Oh, that fog just floating on top of the surface of the water. That's epic. That is what we're going to start the morning with. It is very, very similar size to the bait fish which are getting smacked down here on the shore, and it's a very similar colour as well. So we're just going to grab the noodle rod, we're going to walk along the bank flicking this lure, and if that fails then we'll become dirty bait fishermen. But for now, we're going to go give the noodle rod an absolute flogging this morning, see if we can't pull one of these fish up. Whew. This is what we're going to start doing. We're going to fish a little bit differently, a little bit of a strategic way of fishing. We're going to stay within 15 meters from the bank, from the edge of the water. So I'm 15 meters up on the sand here, and I'm just going to walk along slowly. What I'm seeing is I'm seeing these fish come in, they sit up here for a second, and they head back out. What I've just done, changed over to a soft plastic. So now we've got this little soft plastic grub on. And I'm just going to sit way up here on the bank so I don't spook the fish. I'll easily be able to cast at the fish from up here, and we'll see if we can't sight cast one of these fish. They come in, they come out. They've been doing it all day yesterday, doing it all today. We had no love on that little hard body just then. So let's see if this changes it up. If this doesn't change it up, I'm going to go to bait. But oh, he's on it, he's on it. Oh, fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Oh my God, that was sick, dude. That was sick, bro. Oh my God, fish on, doggies. Oh, we got fish on. Did you see what just happened there? Oh my freaking goodness. That was the best thing ever. Stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Oh man, that was incredible. Sight casting. Oh, look at this thing. Oh my God. Stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Oh, that thing is an absolute pig, bro. That is an absolute slob of a fish. I'm so frothed out, man. We put a lot of work and effort into getting a fish. It's not the fish we come for, but man, I'm gonna take it. It is an absolute pig. He'd probably go about 60, 65 centimeters. He's a good fish. And he just bumped that soft plastic. Look at that plastic hanging out of his mouth right there. He came in, very shallow, probably 100 mil of water he was in, and he just followed that plastic up and just scoffed it, sitting perfectly in the corner of his jaw. That is a phenomenal fish, man. Look at him. That's so sick. Noodle rod every single time, dude. The noodle rod gets the job done. Good fish. Oh man, I'm stoked with that. That's killer. Just for a little bit of a guidance, this is how big the noodle rod is. That's how big that fish is, man. He boofed that soft plastic. Look at it. Right in the corner of his lip right there. That is an absolute pig of a fish. Sight casted, man. It's about time we got something. I've been working hard for you, bud. What a beautiful fish. That is such a good fish. He's far too big to eat, man. I'm not going to eat that thing. He's way too big. Although we've got no food out here, he is a beautiful fish. He's going to go strong. That's next level, mate. We just sight casted that thing. Go on, bud. Ready, set, you're out of here. Dude. That is where it's at, man. That just makes everything so much better. That's sick. All right, we've done it on the noodle rod. It is time to see if we can't do it on the fly. Now this is going to be very hard. What these fish do is they come in for a split second, they head back out. And by the time you're stripping the line off the fly reel, that fish has been and gone already. So I've got the line just all waiting in my hand here with a little fly on the end. It's very similar. This fly is very similar to that little grub. It's almost like a prawn imitation fly, so I should get one. We know that grub works. So this is as close as I can get to that grub. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit up high on the bank, 15 meters up. We're just gonna keep walking. Once we spot them fish, we'll see if we can land a fly in front of one and get one of them to eat. This is gonna be a mission, but if we can get it done, oh my goodness, it's gonna be good. There's actually one thing that I've completely forgotten about that I brought out here in this episode. I actually slept on it last night. It's in my backpack here. And it's this, a can of corn. In the last episode, so many people said, dude, just chuck corn on a hook, flick it out there, you'll probably get yourself a carp. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pipping the fly rod while we soak a couple of little bits of corn in the water. Let's see if we can't get a carp. We'll cook up a carp around the fire. That'll be sick. Look at this. All right, we're stepping it up here. We're covering all bases. I'm going to get a little bit of this corn. Just going to chuck a couple of these little kernels on there. We're going to send it out. While we send it out and it sits out there in the water, we're still going to be walking around with the fly rod. See if we can't get one on fly. It's that easy. The corn rod is set. We'll let that corn just do what it does out there. We're going to keep walking the bank, looking for these big, stinking fish to throw a fly at. Been doing the rounds with that fly rod for a bloody long time. And I haven't seen a fish for probably an hour, hour and a half. Like they've just completely disappeared. Haven't seen a fish for a very long time. And I'm getting hungry, man. We should have kept that fish. That fish was way too big for me to eat, but I'd love another one. Tell you what I would love, I would do anything. I would just about do anything right now for one of those Vegemite and cheese bombs. Those things are delicious. Oh, what I'm doing is I'm walking up into the forest. I'm gonna go on a mushroom hunt, see if I can't find a big mushroom to put around the fire, because we've got nothing to eat and I'm getting hungry, bruh. The day's getting on. I've had no food. So let's see if we can't go find a little bit of a mushy up here in the forest. Something, anything to eat. This wood's wet. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. buttery corn. It actually smells so good. This is done. Down here we've got a little pot of freshly picked rose hip tea. So we're just gonna lob that tea into the coffee cup. Look at this, mate. As fresh as it gets, rose hip tea. So we've got a bit of rose hip tea on the cook. That looks bloody delicious. And down here, we've got hot, melted butter corn. Yes, we're eating fishing bait. We could have eaten that fish we caught before, but it's far too big for me to eat. I wanted to let him go. And I reckon that's going to taste pretty good. We've got a heap of butter in there, a little bit of carp bait on the cook. This is going to be great. Let's rip into a little bit of rose hip tea. Oh yeah, that's not bloody bad. You should leave those berries in the water for a whole lot longer than I did, but gives it that tiny little bit of taste. It's just not water, it's got a little bit of a flavour bomb to it. That's not bloody bad, but this is what I'm excited for. First thing we're going to be eating all day is a big tray of butter corn. I can get it on my knife sheath. Look at that. It's actually hell good. It ain't got nothing on our little Vegemite and cheese bombs, but that there is pretty bloody good. Gone. Just like that. That was actually delicious. Look at this, man. How good is it? We could have been eating a big fish around a fire, but we decided to let the big fella go. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm done for this video. This is just a short, sweet, powerful little one. I had a heap of fun camping out here in the rain. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun as well. I'm going to see you guys next week in next week's video. Thanks for watching, and I bloody love yous. So, yeah, my doggies. Ow. In the last episode, I was saying boofing, like, man, these fish are boofing the surface, and so many comments were on the comment section like, Bruss, do you know what boofing means? So here's the definition of boofing. Boofing is a slang term that refers to ingesting drugs anally. That's the best thing ever. I don't know where I got the word boofing from, but ingesting drugs anally is what Google says. So I'm gonna keep using it. There's fish boofing fish down there. We're going to put the fly rod out. Let's go, doggies. Bakery quality, right there. Ah, straight in the sand. Should be right, bud. I'm eating every square inch of that. We just sent a bust up just down there. Big boof on the surface. The time is now 15 minutes past 12, so it is midnight right now. Stop, if you say what right now one more time. Why do I say that all the time, bro? Right now. Dude, it is midnight right now. Oh my God, you said right now again. Where's all the fish at? First thing we're gonna do, get the fly rod out. And it's for a good reason, because, oh, bro. There's a fish right there. We are all rigged up and I couldn't be any excited. Fly rod, no love. We've been fishing for a fair smack right now. Stop saying right now, you dumb. The time right now, I said right now again, you just speak normal, just speak English. Time right now. So I think you're gonna have to just really position this. Shut up. All right, stop saying all right. There's someone else coming and they've got a dog. Let's see if they speak to us. Nothing. There it is. Oh, there's home. Trip hazards.